Hey guys, so I know it's been a while since I've actually posted a video. Been ridiculously busy, but there was a couple subjects that I wanted to try and hit. Well, one specifically. I know that there's a lot of videos and just, you know, basically just videos circulating around YouTube that a lot of YouTubers are like, okay, so I suffer from anxiety and depression and like bipolar and all of this stuff. And a lot of the time people don't really know what it is, because there's different kinds of anxiety. There's a kind that's like, okay, I have anxiety before a test and you're kind of like nervous about it. Or there's the anxiety that's like, it's right for my wedding and really jittery, kind of nervous. But the type of anxiety I'm talking about is like, it's a type of a mental disorder, to say the least. The definition, like, I guess the very rough, vague definition of it is an unpleasant state of inner turmoil and apprehension, and it's a feeling of unrealistic fear, worry, and uneasiness. It's often accompanied by restlessness, fatigue, problems in concentration, and muscular tension. And when it becomes overwhelming and distressing to the sufferer, it may fall under a psychiatric diagnosis of an anxiety disorder. So it is quite serious. Sorry, it's jerking around. I'm kind of not on a straight surface right now. But I just wanted to touch up on it. Just, I'm having really bad anxiety lately, and I'm hoping this will make me feel better. Maybe I can get some feedback from you guys and see if there's anything that can contribute to it, and if we can have some kind of discussion. I know that a lot of people deal with it. Everybody deals with it differently. It's just something that's been going on a lot more lately than I would have liked, or I would have liked really a lot. It seems that like whenever I walk into work these days, it's just kind of like, oh hey. As soon as I get to my department, it's like, poof, anxiety. And I can cover it up pretty well. I usually just get really quiet and I keep to myself, and a lot of the time when I have really, really bad anxiety, I really do keep to myself until, if someone has to come up and ask me a question, I have to be there and respond to them and take responsibility. But it's gotten really crappy, and like it gets to the point where I have like just really bad anxiety attacks, and I've been really, really miserable lately with all of my anxiety, and it really blows. Sorry. Trying to keep it on the down low, just tell people sleeping. But there's a lot of bloggers and everybody out there that suffer from anxiety and depression, and it makes it so they don't want to get out of bed and they don't want to make new videos, and that sucks because that's their job right now, is to make videos, and this is not my job to keep making videos. It's just my job to do what I'm doing. But I thought I'd touch bases on a couple of things because I know there's a lot of people out there that suffer from the same kind of issues, I guess. I have mild to severe anxiety. Lately it's been kind of severe, to the point where I get panic attacks on almost a daily basis, and I haven't had those in a really long time. But for those of you who aren't really familiar with the term anxiety attack, they're also called panic attacks. And I've got like my notes right here, so excuse me for actually like glancing over, but just for basically a synopsis of it. It's panic attacks are periods of intense fear and apprehension that are of sudden onset, which means they happen just kind of like one minute you're okay and the next minute you're just like, oh, hi. And they can last anywhere from minutes to hours. It just depends on the situation and what's going on and what it might be about. So the panic attacks can usually begin abruptly, like I said, they just happen. And they may reach a peak within 10 minutes, so you could be saying, okay, I feel bad, I feel bad, I feel bad, and then all of a sudden it's just like a really bad, overwhelming feeling of you just know nothing's going to go good. And they may continue a lot longer depending on what triggered the actual like panic attack feeling, and they might not be able to escape the situation until, you know, for instance, I have my medication for it, and I try to keep it on me nowadays just because, or at least like a couple in my pocket, just to make sure that I can continue on with my day, which sounds really sad because I really hate taking pills. But if it's going to keep me and get me through my work day, then it just kind of happens. For me in panic attacks, it's like having my brain tell me that I'm not okay at the moment, and that I have like this overwhelming like urge to get out of the situation I'm in, which is really difficult to do while I'm at work because I'm working. But I get really nervous and I start talking, like not talking, but thinking about like just like hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of situations, and I have like a really bad like urge to just want to like break down and like start crying and like get into like the fetal position somewhere and just stay there until it just ends. And a lot of the time, I'll kind of just like keep to myself. Like I said, I'll be really, really quiet, and I want to say it works to my employer's advantage sometimes in a very twisted kind of sad way, because I'll just keep working. Like, I'll try to keep myself busy and try to keep my mind off of it so I don't have it in, like, just right there. Like, I can feel it. Like, I can feel it in my chest. It'll get really tight, and I can feel it in my head, and, you know, my breath starts to get really shallow and stuff like that. But, sorry, my nose is running, I'm sorry. But, and I can feel it in my gut, like when your stomach gets in knots and stuff like that, when you're nervous about something, that it feels like that. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's just a really bad feeling. And it seems like I'm getting one like every single day that I'm at work. And it just gets kind of crappy because I usually end up like clenching my teeth, and then at like a full-blown one, like if I'm by myself, then I have like the habit of like putting my head down. But when I put my head down, I like grab like my arms, or if I'm laying down, then I'll grab my arms and I'll just like squeeze with my nails against my skin until like it goes numb pretty much. And I have pretty sharp nails, so if I like dig in, then you can tell, like, I don't know if you can tell right there, but you can tell normally. And I'll just grab it until it goes numb, just so I can have something to take my mind off of it. But a lot of the time, it'll just make me really dizzy, and like I said, it'll give me shortness of breath, and so I'll be sitting there, and it makes you literally look like a crazy person, because you'll be sitting there and you'll be like rocking back and forth and like just trying to keep moving, keep doing something, so it's not that you're spending all of your time and your energy focused on it. And for a while I had it under control. Like, I was like, okay, anxiety a little bit, so on and so forth, and my doctor has been trying to get me into different things, but lately it doesn't seem like anything's helping so much. and there's a lot of different stresses that I have at work and with family and my extended family and, you know, friends and people I know to different situations and work and money and things like that, just basic, you know, human problems. And I don't know if this will actually reach anybody or get out to anybody, but I want you to know that there's other people that do this, and everybody deals with it on a different level. Like, I've gotten to the point where if it's going on at work and I'm feeling really crappy, then I will start thinking like the most depressing thoughts about myself and about what's going on, and I just won't, it'll feel like I just don't want to continue. Like, I literally just want to give up on everything. I'm just like, you know, screw it, screw everything. But, you know, once I start taking my medication, and it sounds really bad, like, once I start taking my medication, I'm okay again, but, like, it, like, one little tiny thing, it'll calm me down, and it'll bring my hormones and, like, my, you know, my serotonin levels back to, like, a normal setting, and I can think clearly again. And I still feel stressed out, but it's not like an overwhelming feeling of panic and, you know, just an urge to want to do something horrible. So, anyways, this is ridiculously long, me just basically ranting on about how I suck at anxiety, but for anybody that has anything to contribute, please leave a comment or a video comment or something. Let me know how you deal with it, and if you think I should deal with it differently or anything like that. Like, I haven't gone into much, like, doctors have given me antidepressants and bipolar medicine, and I have, like, anxiety medicine, which is what I'm taking, and I've had that for years, and so far it's been working. It's been the only thing that has worked, let's put it that way. Like, I've tried the natural methods, I've tried the therapy methods, I've tried everything, and so far the only thing that has been pretty successful has been what I'm taking right now. And I'm not going to go and be like, this is what I'm taking for the world to know. I have something that's like good and stable and legal and, you know, but just so you know, nobody's alone in this. It happens to everybody, some worse than others. I know people that have it 10 times worse than I do, and it's usually on a daily basis. And I think a lot of mine attributes to the fact that I can't sleep. My brain just kind of like never shuts off. And when I'm by myself, it feels like kind of like the whole world's coming crashing down. And there's only so much I can do to like sedate it till I can, you know, move on with things. But I'm not sure if this is helping anybody or if it's going anywhere, so I'm just gonna peace out. But for anybody that's worried about it, there's ways to cope with it, and if I get positive responses to this, and maybe I'll make a part 2, and I'll update you and let you know what's been going on and how I've been dealing with it. But until then, this is what's been going on in my life lately, and I hope I hear something positive from you guys, or anything at all. Just leave me something. And, oh yeah, I'm on the last stretch of my braces, so good times. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for listening. See ya.